Welcome to the session 1, panel A of the International Research Symposium 2022, organized by the Department of Sociology, Faculty of Arts. The topic of this panel is Challenges to Education in Uncertain Times. Each presenter has 20 minutes to present their paper. We will notify you at 5 minutes and 2 minutes. This panel charged by Professor Iresha Lakshman. Professor Iresha Lakshman is Professor in Sociology at the Department of Sociology, Faculty of Arts. I invite Professor Iresha to chair the session.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to session 1, panel 4. As introduced by Pulini, the title of the session is Challenges to Education in Uncertain Times. I've been notified that there would be 3 presenters presenting today, but unfortunately, due to unavoidable circumstances, 2 of them will not be presenting today. So without further delay, let's move on to our first presenter, Ms. HASU Geethanjali from the Department of Political Science and Public Policy at the Faculty of Arts, University of Colombo. Ms. Geethanjali will be presenting a paper titled Challenges and Prospects of E-Teaching and Learning in Social Sciences during the COVID-19 pandemic in Sri Lanka. Ms. Geethanjali, over to you.
Good morning, madam. Am I audible?
You're not coming very clear. Actually, you're breaking up. Hello? Ms. Geethanjali, are you there?
Good morning, madam. Am I audible?
You are audible, but you are very, very not
Hello?
clear. You're not clear. You're not
Hello?
coming clear. Hello?
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible here?
You're audible. But I think there is some sort of a signal issue.
Now
let's
it's okay?
start. Yeah, it should be all right. Let's do it and we'll sort it out as things.
Thank you, madam. Good morning, everyone. I am Sachini Geethanjali from Department of Political Science and Public Policy, University of Colombo. As you all know, with the COVID-19 pandemic, there were numerous changes in the world education system. So, I would like to discuss about how social science subjects has been adapting in the Sri Lankan context. Firstly, I will start with the introduction, then my objective, third, methods and methodology. After that, I will discuss about the research findings, then conclusion, and finally, I would like to present my references. Let's move to the introduction. I hope you all have some idea on e-learning and teaching concepts. A learning system based on formalized teaching but with the help of electronic resources known as e-learning. E-learning can also be referred to as a network of active skills and knowledge transfer delivered to a large number of learners at the same time or at different times. The contagious COVID-19 virus poses a number of challenges and difficulties around the world. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, education systems around the world have collapsed and normal academic routines have been disrupted. Sri Lanka's higher education system has shifted to e-learning and teaching, but so far social sciences undergraduates have been distant and challenging. Then, the objective of this research is to identify the causes of social science students' less preference to ETL methods to sketch solutions to new platform problems and skills which lecturers should utilize, also suggest some modules, tricks, and recommendations to strengthen teaching and learning methods. Considering the research problem with the spread of COVID-19 pandemic in Sri Lanka, all the universities closed and had to utilize e-teaching and learning methods to continue their academic routine. Even though ETL method practiced for approximately 2 years, why do social science students still reluctant to engage in ETL system? Then we move to the methods and methodology. For this research sample, I chose 56 students, including the third year and fourth year students in various social science related subject categories in the Faculty of Arts, University of Colombo. Then I, in order to gather the data and information, I utilize online question areas, virtual discussions, in-depth interviews, and observations. Other than that, I will conduct a mixed methodology was utilized in this research, both qualitative and quantitative data. Then I would like to discuss my research findings. As you know, social science subjects are mostly related to the reading and writing patterns, and these patterns tightly connected with the physical library systems in Sri Lanka. Therefore, students are reluctant to adapt with new learning and teaching systems and technologies in the Sri Lankan context. Another major reason that caused social science students to keep away from ETL methods in their educational life is because most of the social science subjects in Sri Lanka still continue teaching with their native language. As an example, if we take Sinhala language, there is huge scarcity of online resources we could find from internet. So students still keep moving to physical library system. With the current education system, social science students might never exposed to information technology, and some of them have poor English knowledge. Furthermore, some lecturers who came from same educational system were familiar with physical classroom activities and had less exposed to the virtual classroom and its related stuff. With moving to virtual classrooms, monotonous feeling that occurs for students and lecturers when spending whole time full of theories and concepts make according to the pie chart, 72% of students prefer to engage with ETL methods, while 28% students are not interested in this method. This caused because some of the student difficulties to the equip with resources that need engage with the ETL method. In this bar chart, IT shows various applications that can utilize in the virtual classroom in order to make it interesting environment for both lecturers and students. Unfortunately, some of the applications have never been used or rarely used in the virtual classroom. As an example, sticky notes, Kahoot, puzzles can be utilized to explain new theories or concepts in an interesting manner for students. But in practically, lecturers are mostly used to engage with only presentations and breakout rooms to conduct their lectures. Then we will move to the conclusion. Practicing with new and creative methods of ETL is effective and productive for both parties. Finally, I would like to say
Ivan,
this research concludes that social science undergraduates are lagging behind with ETL methods and systematic program need for social science undergraduates to get familiar with virtual platforms as well as to develop their skills and attitudes on ETL while combining with the traditional modes and methods of learning. This is my reference slide. If you have any questions, I would like to answer them, and thank you very much for giving me this valuable opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gitanjali. Any questions? The floor is open to you. Questions, comments? All right. If there are no comments, I have I have a question for you. Now you mentioned that some of some packages, that's what you used, I think, like Kahoot has not been used by lecturers. You said mostly presentations and breakout rooms were used. Were you able to find out, figure out why these other software was not used?
Hello.
Hello, did you hear my
Actu-
question?
yeah.
Right.
Actually,
Yeah.
ma'am, I think most of the students and lecturers engage with these presentations and breakout rooms. Other than that, I think lecturers are not aware, and sometimes, and also I think students uh, haven't technical knowledge, for uh, how to adapt them to prepare their lessons with them. So I think we can utilize Kahoot and other technical applications with interesting our lessons and our engaging our students. But I think these are the reasons behind
I think with things like Kahoot, you also need two devices, right? You need to be logged in on two devices to use Kahoot.
no, no, ma'am. Uh,
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I engage with a special training program. Actually, this program conducted with the American Embassy. They chose only 25 young generations and young system. So actually, this system we have passed with money and we buy that application. But I think we can
No, there is a
utilize
very
one
very
device.
there is a free version for a very short period of time that you can use, and I have used it. If I remember correctly, I think it requires two devices.
Uh,
You have to be logged on two
yeah.
devices to
As
do Kahoot and something else. I can't remember the other one. That could be one reason why this is not used that often. And it also says here that it was productive and effective for both parties. Your abstract says that. Um, how did you measure this?
Yeah, I utilize then my research based on students' preference, but I discuss with the students and practically during conducted my research. Then I utilize these methods for normally my discussion classes. So I discuss with the students. Then actually they prefer with these technologies and they prefer to new in environment. So I think if we can utilize and if we can engage with these technologies in how we in conduct in our classes, I think it's valuable for both parties.
Right. No, the thing is now, when you say effective and productive, these are measurable concepts, and they have to be measured using not necessarily something objective, but did the interviews did you get information on not just preference? I mean, students will say we like to use technology and all that, not just preference, but did they say that they felt comfortable in the class, or that there was more learning happening, that it kept them interested on that particular topic that was being discussed? Did you get information of that nature?
Yeah, madam.
You did.
Yeah, madam. I conducted my research online question areas and depth interviews and observations, all the things I conducted, but actually this research based on during the COVID-19 pandemic period. So I hope the research based on and compared with other universities. Actually, unfortunately, during the COVID-19 pandemic, I couldn't that. So I think it's valuable, and I think in some cases and some problems behind that situation.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Does anybody have questions? All right. In the absence of the two other remaining presenters, I think we can close the session. Thank you very much for joining. Pulini, over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Iresha Lakshman, for sharing the session today. We hope that all of you had a very insightful session. Thank you all.